Hi guys, it's Moa aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and I'm very excited about trying this whiskey that I'm trying for you today. It is a little Jura red wine cask edition. So first of all, of course, a massive thank you to Andrew, who works for Wine Mackay, who sent us this sample. We actually saw this whiskey for the first time when we were in our local Sainsburys, and it was actually on a really good price. It's £30. And we'd never seen this Jura before, so we contacted Andrew and asked, is this something that's quite nice? What's your thoughts on it? We haven't really seen it before, so he told us that it's a supermarket exclusive for Sainsburys and that he thought it was really nice. And he said, oh, well, I'll send you guys a sample so you can try it. So we got the sample and then we really liked it, so I was going to go back and buy the whiskey, but then of course it was all gone. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but I'll definitely keep my eye out for it. It's actually a litre bottle and it's quite well priced, I would say, for this lovely whiskey. So it's a Jura, which is a Highlands whiskey. It's located on the island of Jura, which is quite close to Islay, which a lot of people know about already, which is known for its smoky whiskies. But this island has about 212 people living on it, I believe, but around 5,000 deer, and Jura is known as the island of the red deer. This Jura sits at 40% ABV and it's been finished in red wine casks. So something quite interesting about Jura is that they tend to have quite long finishing times, sometimes even around 2 years, which is quite long for a finishing time for whiskey. And it's a mixture of red wines, but predominantly Cabernet Sauvignon, I've been told. So let's have a little nose on this one. This to me smells like being out in a garden after it's been raining. It just has that slight damp grassiness, and I get so much black currant notes on this, and I'm so happy because I love black currants. Black currants is one of my favourite flavours alongside artificial banana, as you might already know, and elderflower. So finding black currant notes in this for me is just such a joy. Yeah, like damp grass, blackcurrant leaves. Like if you take a blackcurrant leaf and you rub it and you smell it, and just has this rich aroma, kind of a berry note, but also that kind of sweet berry note coming through. Just wonderful. It also has this kind of slight bonfire smoke, just very slight, very smooth and very kind of in the back of it, which I tend to find on Jura. They tend to have this kind of warm, earthy character underneath these kind of fresh notes coming out. But yeah, let's have a taste. Slanjava. Definitely get that juicy blackcurrant note on the palate as well. This is a great whiskey. I'm so surprised that it's a Sainsbury's exclusive, and for that price, it's sometimes you just find those things. In Swedish we have a word called fynd, which is kind of a word describing something that you find either for a really good price or something that you've been maybe looking for ages, and you happen to find it in this kind of little corner shop or something, a second-hand shop perhaps, and I feel like this is a real fynd. It definitely has that kind of berry sweetness along with a slight hint of that underlying smoke, which is very pleasant, like that kind of bonfire smoke. It just makes you very warm. A slight grassy note, like that kind of garden after rain vibe on the palate as well. It feels so fresh. You know when you walk outside after it's been raining and everything just feels so fresh and vibrant, and it's like you have these aromas coming from everywhere. That's what I would describe this dram as. It's just so, it is very mouth-watering, and I say that about a lot of things, but it's delicious. And it has this kind of Scotch whisky elegance. I find sometimes with Highland whiskies, they do tend to have that kind of characteristic that is slightly maritime or slightly smoky or kind of salty or briny. I do find that in the Jura as well, but it's more like kind of an earthen vibe, like solid earth, and which lays like a groundwork to this dram, and then on top of that you get those juicy berries and like the black currants. But it's not overly sweet, but it just has that kind of enough sweetness that you also get from, if you try berries, sometimes if you have like really ripe strawberries, they can be super sweet, but I find the black currants usually has like this kind of slightly sour note as well. And I do find that the sourness and the sweetness really balances really well. That's why it's one of my favourite berries or flavours overall. And I do find that you get a kind of subtle fresh sour note along with that berry sweetness, which just for me makes this a great dram. I would of course love to hear if you have tried this Jura red wine cask, or perhaps you've tried another Jura. What do you think about the distillery? Have you ever been? I would love to go. I was planning on going to Islay for the Facial this year. Of course, right now we can't really travel anywhere, so hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. And hopefully I'll get to visit Jura one day as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is there as well. But I hope you'll have a really lovely day. Slán Skål.